All right, well, Darren's not here, but we're gonna start anyways.
Start it, Darren.
I know where Darren is.
Where's Darren?
Darren and Brett are in Rez's bathroom.
Oh, they're gonna be much. I decided not to.
You took the high road.
Damn it, man.
Oh, Darren's coming.
I would have just go ahead, Darren.
Some people want to know what they're
Darren, everything's gonna be great.
We're fucked.
Three functions.
Yes.
We get to show him.
We all look older, but Mahoney looks exactly the same.
There's some people who more like
Dave is
Banana split. I think they're gross.
Yeah. Hack's not so much.
You'll have to let us know if you need less movie volume, more movie volume, or less movie volume. Yeah, this is starting, yeah.
Is this
Hi.
Oh, now everybody.
Yeah. Hello, people who are in this room.
That's me. That's my name. Richard Durr.
All right.
I was about to say if lights need to be turned down. I don't know. It looks okay. It's up to you guys.
Should we do romance? Should we make a romancer?
Hey, we're interacting with you.
What's your hat? You're a triple X.
All right, so what?
Oh, you want a banana split Oreo?
What do you have? All right, so welcome to our fourth MAGFest live commentary panel.
Okay. Oh, that's gross. Okay. I know.
Thank you.
All right, so yeah, we're here to talk over Resident Horror, which was our most recent movie, which came out
2009, I believe.
2008, according to the back of the box.
I don't know.
Chase Everdike.
Yeah.
Casey Bowker.
Oh, there's Darren.
There's Darren.
No, come up here. Come up here. Come up
There's
here.
people that room.
Get him in a split or get up here. All right, so yeah, that's my old car. That's my old friends. There's Rory, who's not here, which is sad because Rory was the co-director, writer of this movie. Maybe Darren, maybe if you share a mic over here with Dave, that would be good.
Come here, baby girl.
Violence.
Oh yeah, Rory was did half of this movie and he's not here, which is a bummer. But nobody misses it.
Oh, you're Somebody has to.
So yeah, we're going to commentate over the movie, and if anybody in the audience has questions at any time, please raise your hand or otherwise get our attention by throwing paper or other objects at us, or just...
Yeah, throwing up.
How long did this scene take to film, the back and forth in the car?
I don't remember.
Okay. I have a question.
No, actually, no.
What a stupid question.
I believe oh god, this actually took longer than it probably needed to. We ended up shooting over the course of 2 seasons.
I was going to say the lighting was remarkably consistent based on the fact that it was probably different times of day.
Yeah, well it's not even
times a year.
Yeah, it's not so much that, but once it was during winter, you can see it's just a whiteout outside. Once it was during winter, and then I think we need to get some pickups during
Summer.
or spring or something of that nature. That's not winter,
That's not.
and that's not.
What is that?
That is.
That was right by our house.
Yeah, that's actually an old police station that's on the corner of Colvin and Linden in Buffalo.
Question,
Yeah,
why
it has
is
to be
this
in North
scene so
Buffalo.
long? Supposed to introduce the movie instead of...
Well, it's more interesting when you can hear the riveting dialogue.
Are you just saying that this isn't interesting compared to the movie? So should we just shut the fuck up? Jared, when was the last time you watched this?
When did I watch? When I was in it.
So you only saw it from the third person.
Now see, I thought that was an interesting choice. So of all people to man the desk when you first come in this business, you pick George. Not her. She's in the back somewhere.
Is this a sexist thing?
No, this is a George thing.
Okay, that's cool. I mean, he looks like he's doing a fine job. He has his fax machine there.
He loves me.
I don't know.
I'm gonna stand by the
He was so tall.
George looks like he's going to be able to sort through the riffraff.
This scene originally was really different because I think there was a scene down. This was supposedly the upstairs of the police station. And there was originally a scene downstairs where he was directed upstairs and walked into a dark room and everybody did the Super Metroid pointing at his crotch thing that we do.
Yeah.
Like us, like as a group of idiots.
Right.
Crocomire.
Yeah, the Crocomire, as they used to call
You
it.
should have asked, can anybody guess what other movies took place in that same area?
Well, I don't think anybody's seen
Frenetic
it.
this is.
Who is that?
That is a Ruzinho, which means little turkey vulture.
This isn't even footage. They were just chasing this guy through the woods.
No, he is an instructor of capoeira and my very good friend. And screamed out "as you wish" as he rolled down the hill to reference the Princess Bride. That was all him. That was not us. And everybody laughs at it every single time. So that's.
You can barely hear it.
I never heard that phrase.
And yeah, the black guy dies first. So.
Good job. You
Yep.
tried so hard.
We did. I mean, it didn't say in the script black guy looking for his frisbee dies first.
What?
It just, we wanted to get him in the movie, and here we are.
That means we're not racist.
Yeah.
Did you tell Murray to choke himself to use the intercom, or was that like an improv person?
I don't. That was his half of the movie. He got to make that stuff up.
Dave, what is going on with your hair?
Look at my beautiful hair. It's so long and luxurious. I got married in that hair.
The hair got married, you cut it.
No.
Was this the year you got married?
Yes. Yeah.
Is this why you
Yeah.
got married?
That's what sold it, was the hair. Who wouldn't want that?
I want it. It looks good.
I know.
What happened?
It's so lush and shiny. You are a freaking.
We wrapped filming and we went to like a Wendy's and like there were some girls in line.
Oh, yeah,
behind
I
us,
remember
and
that.
They were like, "Excuse me, what do you put in your hair?"
Use nuts and berries, or
I was so flattered.
Look how thin this scene is.
Oh my God! It's before Ben swallowed that goat.
Yep.
Now, Dave, I also have to mention, I don't know if people remember listening to Dave's Ballad. What movie did you watch right before you started acting?
I had just seen Iron Man, and right, this is what.
Well, it's your answer, so.
I had just
Here,
realized
this is
that
Dave's
I was
right.
having my performance after William Hurt.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't just see like Sideways before this movie?
No. Why?
Because you really fucking sound like Paul Giamatti throughout this movie.
Really?
Yes, you sound like everyone. Paul Giamatti.
I was trying to be William Hurt in Iron Man.
Wow, you failed.
So yeah, Ben's in this movie. Unfortunately, he was a last-minute replacement for another guy who couldn't make it. Ben was not cast to be anyone, and this is all Mahoney being crazy in the background.
Yep. It was dialogue, but who gives a fuck?
Yeah, nobody listens to the words in this scene. They just-
Good scene. This is a funny, yeah.
Super.
Yeah.
I think it's smart the way you cast. Well, you didn't really cast Mahoney because his dialogue isn't. It's just him.
Yeah.
He's just being. This is what he does. He does this at home. Like if he just filmed himself.
Yeah, that's kind of maybe one of the keys to casting when your actor base is all the people you know, is to just write them into the movie. So they don't have to act, they just have to be themselves.
I like that George's character is subtle and not quite George.
Yeah, he's not that over the top.
Yeah.
It's an fax machine. Like
It's what we had.
George has to act normal in this movie.
Just for it.
Who's he playing against?
Myself. How many times did you have to do that?
Oh, not enough.
Yeah, we had to do it a few times. We were trying to figure out the best way to, yeah. We were trying to figure out the,
The
the
lovely and talented Maggie McCracken.
Maggie, yes.
Maggie McCracken.
Who's responsible for the tacky on wheels?
That's pretty much
Sorry.
No, I need the line. I need the line. You're not there.
That toad still carries our shit around.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it says still says rap on the side. But yeah, the whole chessboard thing, we shot that a bunch of different ways to try to get the best slow motion effect possible. And the shot obviously looks weird, but so it goes.
This was shot at your mother's place of employment.
Yes, it was. At that time, yeah, the
Yeah.
Great Lakes Yacht Works.
You could still see the blood scars from Snake.
What?
Thank you. I was gonna ask, does anyone recognize the scene, the setting from any of them?
I do.
Not you, Steve.
I still do.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, because...
So is this like, was that like the basketball? Was that like racist joke? Or
Working like so.
there was
You're
a
asking if you're a racist, Tim.
There was a really weird journey for the creation of the character of Toki, which some might be able to extrapolate that as a play on token,
Yes.
like
From
South Park. Black.
the facilities?
But just like originally, like
wood.
that, like we had our like group of characters that were obviously taken off of Resident Evil. And then we wanted a few, extra characters just to die, like Mahoney and, Mahoney's character and, Ben's character, obviously. But Mahoney's character, Johnny Redshirt, and Tokine, they were like there to die, and they are three of the characters that are like the last surviving in the movie. Somehow, it just.
That's why it's funny.
It's funny to me,
Right.
knowing that. There, now I'm leaving all the joke.
I was just here 2 weeks ago. I took my daughter here.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
This is a park near where my in-laws live, and we went with my mother-in-law and my daughter.
Where we grew up, where we camped in 6th grade.
Were these people
Oh,
there?
with
Yeah, this Beechwood.
Yeah.
But why would you take your daughter there? It's like abandoned and full.
It's not abandoned anymore. They've renovated it.
Oh,
They've
really?
turned it into a living place.
I'm really interested in this.
Well, I mean, like there's a bunch of like shacks and stuff around, and those aren't in use, but like they mow paths and you can go in there and walk around. It's a state park. And you can shoot a movie, and they don't bother you. They don't care.
We saw a deer.
Good job.
One deer. There's one deer in this woods. Thanks to David who saved his life. If it met another deer, there may be more someday. This is how families work.
Oh no, what's that guy doing?
He is chewing on a piece of rubbery arm, which you can purchase from X-Strike
Yes,
Studios
right.
if you're interested, because we are cleaning out our stock of stuff.
We are down one arm.
If you need a stocking stuffer and you want to stuff it with some of our stock,
You could stuff it with a leg.
There's a leg
Usually
too.
goes in the stocking.
oh, he's chewing the leg now. All right. Oh,
Get out.
Local jokes.
local jokes. There was some really good blood there on Chase. I don't know what we did that way. It's the best what?
It's the best shot sequence.
Yeah.
And
I
I think
really.
dynamic cameras.
It's good stuff.
Yeah,
Good that you got out of the way.
Yeah.
We start, this is like our movies, we start up here. And then, we get fucking, it's like a sine wave.
Let's get it over with.
This scene was the nightmare scene because it involved getting every character in the movie on camera interacting at the same time once the Parasol squad shows up. It was just that thing we couldn't avoid, and it was like, well, we can't do the movie without getting these 15 actors in one place at the same time. And then the sun started to go down.
I was crossing my arms in that scene to make my biceps look bigger.
Very good. So yeah, it started to get dark here, and that sucks.
Hey, isn't that the artist who drew Fat Gatsby?
That is the artist who drew stuff for Fat Gatsby,
Yeah,
and the interior art for the Resident Horror DVD here. Hex is a man of many talents. He now works for Apple.
Isn't that Darren DeMarco?
That is Darren DeMarco.
He still has.
That's
He's a
Hex.
man of one talent.
But Darren's over.
Make me want to talk about it.
There's still that.
Yeah.
That's how
We
you
still
get
have
hair.
What, right now?
No.
Oh.
I didn't know
Why do you
that.
look like shit?
Hair's right now.
This is good. I use, I use conditioner and shampoo nowadays. I watched it. I was. I wasn't kidding. Oh, you know, by the way, no one's mentioned. Did you mention where you found Maggie? How you cast her?
How I found Maggie?
She another cast. She was in
Oh.
Yeah, she was in front of a door.
Yeah, that's Helen. No, Maggie.
Yeah.
They didn't give me any direction, so if you don't tell me what to do, I will do things.
You know, just simply tell him, Darren, do nothing. Don't fuck up this shot. Stop it.
Don't make faces. And then
Don't
I
make faces. Just
might
act
make
serious.
two instead of one.
I mean, we knew you were making the faces. It's okay.
You
You
kept
didn't say,
You
yeah.
could have edited it out, but you didn't.
You can momentarily catch George forgetting to have his arm up there for a second at the beginning of the shot. And he's like, oh, shot.
Hex's character was one of my favorite
The role of Charlito.
I was looking for
Carlito. Rory wrote pretty much all of his lines, yeah. I wrote some dialogue for Carlito and it sucked. Like, Rory's was a lot better. At this point, this is, you know, we're writing a movie from the beginning. And,
Did you ever give each other jokes, or did you just kind of like write each other's parts and were pretty happy with it?
yeah, well, it was like, when we did this first half, like the two teams break up here, and I wrote one half and Rory wrote the other. And once we were done with those two parts, we came together and, you know, looked at each other and wrote, and it was just like, wow, Rory, you wrote Carlito way different than I did, but better. And he looked at me and he was like, wow, your Edward Lindsay lines are way better than mine. And from there, well, like, I mean, from there, as we wrote different scenes, like, the other would kind of comb over and, you know, I don't know, make those characters' lines better, that they knew how to write. Like, I didn't linger on Carlito's lines very long, because Rory would come through and then, you know, Banderas them up, and similarly, I would come up with ridiculous one-liners for Rich, and then Rich would come up with ridiculous one-liners for Rich. And,
How many other actors added to your parts?
none of them, they're all terrible.
Yes.
Well, no, everybody does.
Granted, everybody's horrible.
No, this was like the awesome thing about this movie, that everybody really contributed a lot to everything. Their parts and the shoots and making sure things are ready to go. Boo. Oh shit, he shot that video for us to play.
Tonight?
Yeah, it was supposed to be ahead of the show. Yeah, that's
Right now?
Yeah.
What?
I forgot about it. I don't have it downloaded. I'll maybe work on it.
I missed this.
It was in Facebook.
Oh.
Yeah. I never actually.
I
Okay.
haven't checked Facebook.
Whatever. I just not really, because it was Ben's idea. And where's Ben right now? Ben? Oh, Ben's not here.
What's the other water?
Either way, he's probably sleeping. Maybe
We
we'll
should
let him.
call Maggie.
Yes, we should definitely call Ben.
Do it.
Yeah.
I just had so many lines.
Yeah, I know.
Nothing Dave says in his movie.
This was the.
Paul Giamatti.
See?
He's trying to sound. I'm so high pitched and never she in real
I
life.
need to
He
do
tried to
John
get
Murray.
lands in about Paul Giamatti.
See, that's what I got out of this whole movie.
So this scene, Rich and Asket Broadus back there had just gotten stung by bees. But here they are, the troopers. This is the first thing we shot during our big Labor Day weekend shoot, where we shot like nonstop for 2 days.
Was this when we went out in the woods?
Yes, we were in the woods there.
Is this in the woods? No, were we in Sodas? or-
Yes, we were in Sodas.
Okay.
So this point where I live.
Well, it was really creepy because I remember we were doing prep work for this, and Mahoney was training people how to take a fall, and it was just like, it was really weird.
He was weak.
It was really weird.
Oh,
Like,
weird.
Just because I come out of the garage working on monsters, and there's a whole bunch of people learning how to fall down all at the same time.
Which is funny because hours later, Mahoney would just be throwing them at the ground and not leaving them the opportunity to gracefully fall.
Do their job and fall correctly.
Well, yeah, there's, yes, certainly, but when a former U.S. Marine is grabbing you and heaving you in the ground, even sometimes when you're not expecting it, because he's ad-libbing very physically.
Physical ad-libs is such a dangerous term.
Yeah, it is.
Especially with that man.
Especially with that, man. I really like this area of the woods there. I like the pine. Yeah, the pine, but it's, I don't know. I really like it. Adventure, action, excitement.
Good jumping.
So this is something really funny, is Johnny Redshirt doesn't wear glasses, but we never told Darren to take his glasses off, he just did. You could have had sight this entire movie.
I know. I didn't think they went well with the character.
Well, I'm glad you thought. No, we didn't correct you, so whatever.
True, you weren't wearing glasses, and I figured that was enough.
Probably.
So I didn't wear it.
Yeah, this little scene here with me and Hex, like it was just me, Hex, Liam, which is Rory's brother, and Charles out in the woods. We went out to just film this real quick before dinner. Whoa.
That always looks like a spider web.
Webbing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was doing. I'm like, why is some like a giant being in this shot? Big whip right there.
I'm sorry, I gotta ask, what was that? I don't remember.
It was the chain on a hook. I still have that in my house.
Oh.
I think. No, all the weapons are staying with me.
Just in case.
Just you never know.
Yeah.
Well, that stuff's fun.
Weapons?
Yeah.
Do they
Yeah.
all need to go inside?
They all did.
Look at these people!
Ask him to go inside. Ask him to stay outside to watch.
It's like a fight by one person.
If you watch Asking to watch this
Who
movie,
imprisoned our rudder leg?
if you watch Aztec Rogers in this movie, what he does is at the end of a shot, he is blocking off an area, like someone blocking off a spilling target. Like, don't come through here,
In
except for the
case
shot.
the place explodes, we're all inside. Everybody.
Why would it explode?
You always assume a building is going to explode when you go into it. Basic training.
I do?
That's how.
Should I?
One does.
Oh gosh.
You're not properly trained. I don't expect you to know that.
We actually had a generator for this shoot. We didn't use it.
Well, we had it.
Yeah, we
That's
had.
a great idea. Oh, you know what?
We also had water.
Is that
Well, it was part of that. It was part that we thought that it would, attract unwanted attention, and which, might have. But I think we specifically thought we were going to need to light inside one of the buildings there, but this one was lit well enough that we were able to do the scene. It doesn't look like shit. That was the mess hall there. I really like this music.
Yes.
This is some Dale North stuff, I think, here. There was a lot of different contributors to the score on this movie.
Yeah, I was very confused by it.
Yeah,
We don't know.
well, here's the thing, and I don't know if I mentioned this at any point.
Why do they all close their eyes when they shoot?
I don't know. But,
They're all scared.
Dale North, who did the soundtrack to Silent War, did the entire score, other than, like, a song that you and Rory did.
And that woman outside.
Yeah. He was doing the score for this, and he had a shitload of it done, and then his hard drive died. So we only got like a few songs, and then he didn't have time to go back and do more because he had other projects. And so yeah, like Alshon did some, Glenn Case of Captain S fame did some, that's a good shot. This was shot elsewhere. This was shot the same day that we threw a turkey vulture down the hill.
Doesn't
There
he
he is.
have a human name?
No, you don't understand how weird it is to call someone in Cupper by their, like, government name.
I know how screen names work. I meant MAGFest.
No, I'm just like, it's even weirder than that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trucker names.
Yeah.
They're ham radio names?
Yeah.
Can I tell a quick story? Can I tell a quick story about that song?
Okay, just to know, stories about matching tracksuits are incredible.
Yes.
That's a highlight.
Yeah. All right, go on, Aaron.
Oh, yeah, so Rory wrote me this message, and he says, I need a Silent Hill style song for this movie. You're the only one I think that understands what I need. So I need it. It needs to be done in like 3 days.
This is back when you were David.
Right, so I tell Shale, because he has recording equipment, I'm like, Shale, we need can you help? We'll write something.
Oh, right.
Over the series of like 2 hours, he writes me emails back, like one sentence at a time, like, we should call it Rape Spirit. And then the next line is like, here, I wrote...
Because he named another song, Rape Spirit.
Yeah, I then started writing lyrics. You'll die in a fire. I'll find you. You're my friend today. So he's sending me these emails, and I show up at his house. We put this song together. Josh Kopstein comes over and puts Game Boy noises for the percussion on it, and chip tunes. So
I remember the end result of that song.
So then we
It's a
sent
great
it.
song that has nothing to do with this movie.
We sent it to Rory, and I go, how'd you like the song? Is it great? Does it work? For the He's like, no, it's terrible. It doesn't work with anything. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it.
I was on the other end of that because I got Rory going. I asked Darren for a Silent Hill song, and then I got beep bop boom bop boom.
Well, what is that song from like Silent Hill 2? And like it's at the plays over the credits of the movie.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called, but like that was the bass song, and then what came out the other end was totally not.
That song, that's what I wrote a version of that song. That was the Rory's theme in Off Campus.
This scene was very urgent to film because dinner was waiting for us to eat, and the sun was going down.
Priorities.
Where the hell?
Although probably unintentional, I like that as a cameo.
Yeah, people react to it.
Yeah,
Mark
they just
still
did.
there somewhere.
Yeah.
Hey, this is an undisclosed location.
Yeah. Was I the only one that was really at undisclosed locations a lot aside from Resident Evil?
I was only there to film movies.
Yeah. Okay. No, I hung out with Chad a lot in this location, so it has nothing to do with this movie.
Bullshit, it's like a
Yeah.
freaking 4-story hotel.
Yes, awesome.
Well, this is. Well, we filmed Silent Horror.
A little bit of Silent Horror.
That's
yeah.
the one where we
Orphanage, yeah.
had to break in, right? To
this house? No, we didn't.
to the abandoned.
Oh yeah, we went to we didn't go to any of the abandoned buildings for Resident Horror. We just used this as like our mansion. But yeah, Silent Horror, we went to some buildings that were decaying. Maggie's bad at walking.
You know, when I met Maggie,
How disappointed we were.
I thought she was a bitch. Like, so the first thing she says was like, I hate fish. I hate all fish. I won't eat anything. I'm like, okay, first of all, you can't take something like fish and say, well, I hate every single type of it. I won't try any of it now. Like, and she's, oh, that's a really good point. And then later, what? What's funny?
No, keep talking.
And then later,
I hated that, Maggie.
Yeah. I love this. Keep talking about how much you hate me, Maggie.
but then later we were all wrapped in a blanket together.
The Manrito.
Right, the Manrito.
Reno.
Which is how we kept warm, because it was really cold in this barn that they put us in, and they told us we had to stay in the cold barn.
We were also in there filming.
Be quiet.
We didn't imprison you.
We had to be quiet in a cold barn. So we wrapped ourselves up in a blanket. And like, I spent most of it next to Mahoney like this. Like, kind of to keep my big nose warm in his empty chest. So anyway, Maggie and I made up while we were in the Manrito.
The magic of the Manrito.
Who was that other girl that you brought?
Notorious, Victoria.
Notorious?
Well, she was notorious for missing shoots, as Casey puts it.
Oh.
That's how
Yeah.
Tori. That's it.
They brought, Tori. So they brought this other girl, Tori.
Well, she was the one who got us the location.
She was what?
She got us the location.
Oh, that's what.
Wasn't she gonna be Ada Wong?
And she was
not
she's
Ada Wong.
also, she's, yeah, our Y, Ada Wong.
Yeah.
So when we were in the bed, with that girl, she started touching me.
What?
Yeah, I never told you this. Like, she started rubbing my shoulder.
There's no touching in the
Yeah.
No, I want to
No,
hear
I didn't know this. This just got really interesting for me.
Story
Lower?
No, and she started like rubbing, and because we were in there with like 5 people, I didn't know who it was. Like,
How do you know it was her?
I traced the fingers. If you look at your hand,
Everybody looks at your hand.
eventually, if you follow the line, you can figure out who it belongs to, right?
This one's mine.
So I didn't know who was talking, who was touching me, but I figured it out. But I told her she had to stop. And that's the important part of the story is I told her no. I said you can't do that. And I thought it was Mahoney, so it was okay.
Or Liam would have been okay.
But we were married yet, so it was like a test.
Yeah.
So I never told that story.
She's on the screen.
Yeah, there she is now.
There she is.
Touching Darren.
That's not her. It's not a real hair, just so you know.
Yeah. I hate this scene because we had to wedge it in the movie after the fact.
Hair, you can trace it.
This was really weird when you and Rory came back and she's like, yeah, we found this trick for a thing, and I'm just like,
Well, like,
she's really fucking weird.
We put up a flyer at UB and she found it like 6 months later.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's an interesting girl. She's a very talented graphic artist. She lives in New York City now.
I don't give a shit. I don't know.
Yeah, no, she does really good stuff.
No, I can't.
Yeah, I traced her hand back to her face.
I don't want to know where any of her body parts are.
They're in New York City. Hey, that's where you live.
Oh no, she followed me.
Sure, that was her intent.
I'm not giving that.
Oh, hey, anyway, this movie.
I love that.
What's that? Oh, him eating Raisinets?
Yeah. I just ended up eating this because he looks like
Yeah, it's a very direct reference to that scene at the beginning of Resident Evil.
Oh, we have a
yes,
question.
Robert.
What's going on?
That's funny.
That's what I wanted.
What is going on at this point?
This whole movie. What's going on?
Up to this point in the movie. All right, so the 2 teams met up. They were walking around exploring. Zombies scattered the team, took out a couple people. They have found refuge. In a house. These 2 got separated from the other group, and they're meeting up with Toby, who's exploring the house. And so there's like one group that is trapped inside the mansion area, and the other group is still wandering around outside, trying not to get eaten by zombies.
After you watched the
You're welcome.
scene, did you think, boy, I should put George and Hex in way more scenes? Way more scenes.
Well, unfortunately, Hex isn't in. Neither of them are in this movie that much longer. They're in there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're stuck together for pretty much the rest of the movie, so it proved to be a good decision casting them and whatnot, and all that jazz. He carried him. Yeah, see, so they're outside, they're about to get into this. The time has passed, it's supposed to be dark out.
Oh, this was funny. You should have put all the outtakes.
You guys should watch this.
Yeah, so we had to reshoot this scene, because the first time we tried to knock it out during the Labor Day weekend, it was bad, because Maggie had to go home. She was just there to shoot for that one day, but everybody else was being a bunch of assholes.
Right. So
Wait, not everybody, just you and Mahoney and Rich.
Right. That's not.
effectively everyone.
Well, I just want to make clear that me and Rory weren't being assholes. The actors were being assholes.
Oh yeah. That's not 4 people up there. That's a barbershop quartet, as far as we're concerned. 'Cause he just told us to lean in while Maggie was playing with the keys. So that meant Mahoney and Rich are going, hello, hello, hello.
And it just, Rich is stroking Darren's beard. Darren doesn't have a beard. He can't grow a beard.
And actually, I think this is when the nut shots really started.
Oh yeah, the first time we shot this scene, yeah, there was a lot of sack tapping.
Yeah.
It took this long? Who are
No,
you
no,
guys?
this was the second shoot where the sack tapping started.
Yeah,
and then it
that's even
continued
longer.
on. Well, because the first one was the undisclosed location shoot, we had just so much to get done, and slightly more professional actors there. They weren't there.
Other movies had a lot more sack tapping.
Off campus had the most. Sorry.
Yes, yeah.
Can't hear you.
So anyways, we had to reshoot this. This is the cold ass barn they're breaking into right now.
Oh my god.
And now they're in my now wife's old apartment. Ba-ba-ba-ba. I think I want to put a Transformers the movie reference there.
The what?
The Transformers the movie?
Oh, do you like those references?
I do. Well, it's like, I think I wanted to reference when Slag knocks down the door when they're breaking into the Quintessanza temple and he says, excuse me. Excuse me.
Oh.
Yeah,
I think
you know,
I had that.
Transformers the movie.
I don't know if that's a Transformers.
Yeah, excuse me.
I would have, of course, had him say it like that and
Yeah.
frame the shot. There's way, I know what I'm doing when I reference Transformers the movie.
You know, Transformers the movie. Half the script of River City Rumble.
Yeah. That line that Edward Lindsay just uttered was actually the impetus for the entire character that Steve came up with. Oh, that's Edward Lindsay once did a power. Well, it was technically Ed Lindsay because I was playing Eternal Darkness, or you were, and you said Edward Lindsay once did a power hour with women instead of alcohol.
To me, that's the funniest Edward Lindsay.
I agree.
Yeah, that's pretty much the height still. Yes.
That's
That's the funniest. That's it. It's done. It's over. No more Edward.
But yeah.
I don't know. I always picture him doing it as a keg stand. I suppose he doesn't need to.
Hold my legs.
So yeah, it was me and Steve riffing on Eternal Darkness, and it kind of made this ridiculous character.
Oh, there's Chad. Or Doc Emmett Brown.
I love his hair.
Casey's expression. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about this guy.
This ought to do it, I guess.
Yeah.
Got to use that basketball.
So with the Hunk character, I don't remember. Was he supposed to be somebody important? Was there a reveal?
What do you mean? So important?
What happened with him in the second half of the movie?
What?
Did you do any? Like, did he take his mask off?
No.
Did you ever watch the movie?
Steve, that was it.
All right. Okay. No. So I don't know anything about the Hunk character so much. Like the character that Thump is based on. That was Rory. That's Rory's stuff. He wrote his own damn character that he played in this movie.
What a diva.
I know, right?
Oh, the fucking dinner. Oh my god.
What? It was delicious.
No, it was so much
Giant
fun.
Hannah.
It was a lot of fun to make, but I think I already mentioned on the other commentary, but you know, Rory said, I want you to cook this Thanksgiving dinner. It's got to be, you know, this huge thing, cover the table. He's like, so
Somehow in our minds we thought it was going to cost like $20
yeah, he thought a turkey dinner, 5 sides, a salad.
for like 15 people, mind you.
Yeah, a meal for 15 people. I came back and I was like, oh, Rory, here's the receipt. And he like, made this face. Like, I was like, what the fuck? What do you want me to feed it? What did you think I was going to make? Ramen? What?
You made that with all the videos I see, did you ever consider just not like framing things to have a clock in people?
It's the opposite of silent horror, where we were able to get a full moon in a ton of the night shots, even though we shot over the course of the year. There's like 4 or 5 different full moons in that movie. So it's the opposite of that. It's what? I don't know. Coincidence.
Casey hates this guy.
What?
The
It
clock?
was supposed to be something. It was supposed to be a
What was it supposed to be?
thing. I thought it was supposed to be a
A transformer?
talk about something. It was supposed to be a thing.
You don't have to do anything.
Tell us more
I'm
about
trying to remember.
Was it supposed to be a puzzle?
No, it was you were talking about something and then it was gonna go into the clock or something. It's like you're-
We were going to talk into the clock.
Oh, we were doing a clock wipe? We were going to go back in time.
This is time.
All right, it's the thing. How many birds is it? Oh, okay.
Like a plot.
It's something that didn't happen.
This didn't happen. This was a dream you had. This is important.
Are we clock people?
No, I thought the turkey came alive or something.
Oh, yeah. Kinda.
Oh.
Point.
I'm working with this guy on the day.
Oh, did he get a job?
Yeah, you just got down with me.
Nice.
I really am.
So initially, as you see in the scene, this is a Jurassic Park reference. Obviously. So initially,
Obviously. Look at this.
That's a raptor.
so initially,
Best hair of your
this wasn't my floating head in the palm of Corey's hand.
No.
Like he was going to animate a little Mr. Wati virus like vial.
Big
But it takes Corey a long time to do things, and we just had to get the damn movie done. So, but it was going to be an actual like 2D animated character, like
Mr. DNA.
like Mr. DNA.
His
And,
tests to let you know look really fucking
Yeah,
good,
they
which is
were
why
really
this is disappointing.
That's all. Speaking of really fucking good.
I don't remember what this was supposed to be.
Oh, I love it.
I don't care what the fuck this is. This is amazing.
This took us so many takes.
I was mad the whole movie wasn't. This is fantastic.
I think no. Corey was going to animate this too, and like some like it was like a. I'm trying to think what style it was, but I remember seeing like the initial like first, I don't know, it was probably like 30 frames of animation of like a terrorist like raising his gun, and it looked amazing.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work for one man to animate things when they don't have.
Did we ever throw any of them in? That's
No, I don't think so. I don't even know where it is now. It probably went down with Graphic or something.
That's not just the same.
No, it's not just saying, it's one of our hard ones.
Why is
Are
that
you
funny?
waiting?
Because that's the technical word for the G-spot.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Dr. Grafton.
Yep.
Doctor.
Oh, Darren, it's your favorite line.
I sure love those bathrooms.
So I don't think that line is funny. But just like,
But it keeps showing up somehow.
well, it's just that everybody laughs at it, and Rory put it in silent horror, and it became a stupid thing.
It did become a
It's a stupid thing.
Oh, she pooping.
I always think that.
Yeah, I would think that too.
It's what I do.
Hey, what's up, sir?
Oh, Brendan's here to rock weed.
So this was not in the original script. This was like an idea. This was an idea I had after we'd already started like filming, and I just kind of got the idea for this fantasy sequence where Polly imagines herself as a total badass, and yeah.
No,
Spoiler.
I really like the way this worked. Like,
She
just
loves smiling. That's really funny.
like narratively, like the way you went into and out of the dream sequence, I think worked really well for me.
Yeah, no, I really like how this whole thing ended up coming out pretty much exactly as I imagined, and just like letting this. And also
Run down!
knowing her as a person and having her do all this stuff was just awesome, and give a stunner.
Yeah.
We'll have beautiful puppy
Not that I've been watching this outside of your garage.
Right. Or on a bed sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
No,
that was a different horror.
And that was also a different kind of horror watching.
Oh, Hogan.
And
Poor Hogan.
Hondo, Hondo.
Poor Hondo.
Good girl,
Yeah,
Hondo.
Hogan passed away a few years ago. It's very sad.
I thought you were going to go into the Hondo story.
That's not that sad.
That's much funnier, though.
No, it's not sad.
story. No one wants to hear that.
It's just depressing because it's a degradation of my father's brain. What's that, soap?
That is a mortar and pestle that I bought at Wegmans for like $8.
We still have it.
Whoa.
Yeah, I use it all the time.
Yeah, well,
Did we get ripped off?
This is really nice. I mean, it's like stone. It has some good heft to it. It was weird because it was the only thing I could find. I was like,
$5.
and I'm just like, is this joke
Oh,
worth
we wasted
$8
more
for
than
the?
that.
It's a dangerous thing in our sink because I think it's going to break everything.
It's got these ridges on the inside, so you can like really grind on stuff.
Should we talk more about that?
I fully endorse
We have
it.
a full world of festival commentary next time.
Yeah.
It was the first scene we shot in the movie.
Can you please elaborate on that?
No.
I'll get to it.
But yeah, it's Dave.
Oh, you're so
Munching down there. So, is this being the first scene in the movie? How comfortable? How in character did you feel here?
Well, I knew I was being William Hurt. I knew who this guy was. He was William Hurt in Iron Man.
I really like Clyde, by the way. I don't think Clyde gets enough attention as the straight man. Does really well.
Yes.
Over-exaggerated straight man.
Chewing every line like flying Cisco.
Yeah.
It was great to get to know that I was the straight man, that I could just be straight up and dramatic, as intense and.
This really was I'm gonna joke on the car ride here. It's just like the Charlton Heston replacing another actor kind of like segment. Just whoever played Clyde first was a little subdued. The David Ottavino Clyde feeling.
A lot of baggy clothing.
Yeah.
And I should have been more formal.
That's how you do police work. Yeah, we didn't want to go out and buy everybody freaking Under Armour, it just cost too much. So you got t-shirts instead.
You know, we all have these matching vests.
Yeah, matching. Matching in that they are vests.
They got names on this bar.
Why do we all wear these sleeveless shirts, guys?
Man, the great vest hunt of 2006 across Buffalo to try to find decent-looking vest was pretty ridiculous. Just constantly raiding the various thrift stores trying to find a vest that would pass muster as being tactical.
Were you invested in this one?
So, is this like Clyde's office? Or what is
No,
it?
this is the mansion.
This is the next house.
It's like a big desk, a nice comfortable chair, and they're both sitting on the side of the desk in front of the door. It doesn't make any
There's
sense.
like 3 doors in there. Oh, the stairs joke.
Joke.
This was like the last thing we shot that night.
Yeah, this is at 3 in the morning, and like,
Ross's timing is fucking great.
I remember we were getting, because we couldn't shoot it during the day because there's like a weird little, it's a window. It's like right above where Ross was, and it made it too light in there, and it was supposed to be dark.
Look at his eyes fucking go.
Ross sat around for hours getting pissed off and grumpy, waiting to be in the movie again. And like, yeah, he got a little grumpy because there might have been some miscommunication.
He was
Either
covered
way.
in blood.
No, it wasn't sitting there covered in blood for hours. He was just like around the house.
We had killed it.
But I remember at 3 in the morning getting a call from your wife, or maybe fiance at the time, Dave, just wondering where the hell you were. I'm just like, I'm really sorry, Jan. We're still filming our stupid movie at 3 in the morning.
That rat is also dead.
We shot for 20 hours that day. 20 hours straight.
We killed the rat.
What other things are dead from this movie?
Yeah, right? Except Ross and
It was a really fun scene. All around. Throwing Casey around.
I want to say, we went over to Ross and Jen's house recently, and it's really endearing because they have on their fridge a picture of them
Oh,
from
yeah.
this movie, dressed up like freaking commandos, just like hugging each other. It's really awesome.
Yeah. Ass kicking Rochester. Ass kicking Rochester and Dee Dee went on to live a life of happy matrimony.
Don't break into their house.
Yeah,
They'll fucking kill you.
It's a match made in heaven and a match made in hell. It's the best thing that happened to them and the worst thing that happened to the rest of the world,
Yeah.
potentially, is their forces combined.
How come they don't have like couples MMA?
Huh.
That'd be really sweet.
Sometimes you have good
Where
ideas.
they fight each other or they fight other couples?
I thought they fight on a team.
You killed my honey, I'm gonna get revenge.
That could be one catchphrase.
You broke my husband's arm.
Hey, there's a plant puppet.
Oh, this
And Lynn.
Lynn.
Yeah.
Lynn was cool.
Lynn's very.
I knew her outside of this movie.
So, when you guys announced the cast party or whatever, the wrap party at your parents' place of sodas,
I don't even remember this. All right, go on.
well, you had some kind of party.
Sure.
And you sent out emails to all of us, and then you sent one to her, and she wrote me this random email that said, like, oh, I'm thinking about going, but I need to be assured that the proper people who I endow of being of a certain coolness factor will be there. And if you will please let me know if you will be at the party, I will consider going.
That sounds like a joke.
Huh.
Yeah.
Sounds like a proposition.
Did
That's not awkward, yeah.
she didn't touch you.
Raise her hand.
I was gonna say,
It might not have been her typing. I didn't see her hands and her face in the same place.
maybe she just wanted to know the people that she was in scenes with were gonna be there because there was a lot of people in this film.
But she was really
Someone she
nice.
didn't get along with?
Yeah, she's super nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, this shoot was from midnight till like 5 in the morning. 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning.
Is that
Yeah.
Lauren's house?
Yeah, this was that overnight shoot.
I remember we were like ironing the parasol things back onto the.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was a nightmare.
We only do up shots of Rich.
This whole so big.
That was very tall guy.
Nothing but down shots of Karen.
Only down shots of me. That tiny hallway.
Tiny wrench.
Really big.
It's very jagged wall though.
It looks dangerous.
So is
that
that is technically.
No, this is Lauren's apartment, right?
Yeah, it was her apartment at the time, yeah.
That's textured drywall. It's very common in Buffalo.
Hey Steve, what do you think about this?
Hey, look, Steve.
Steve, it's you.
Well, yes, it is a monster.
I like this tree trunk monster.
This idol from Fireball Island.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's
good.
based off of the idol from Fireball Island.
But it was not based off the concept art that Maximo drew. It's so weird.
No, a little bit.
It's a plant-ish.
But I was also playing a lot of Disgaea at the time, and it was based off of one of the monsters. in
Oh.
The Drossels or whatever they're called.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This
So
is
it's not. All right, look, a giant marble didn't come out of his mouth.
no.
Giant
Unfortunately.
Yeah. There's another thing. There's a lot of puppetry in this movie.
It also looks like one of those things from Neverending Story 2.
Talk about that on the ride down too.
Any giant disappointments?
Oh.
Neverending Story 3. Thank you very much. There's no Jack Black. Yeah, he was.
He was the bully, wasn't he?
Yup. 20 minutes or more to be wild.
So we were.
No, shut up. Neverending Story. Anyway.
Yeah. So Steve built those cool little red LEDs into it. That was neat. That was a neat thing.
Yeah, that was I had a book on hobby electronics. That was actually my
And
first process. That was my first project for that for hobby electronics.
Way to go.
Yeah, and it blinked and everything. As long as it blinked with 2 eyes at once.
Yeah, that's the same room, sure.
Why is that clock frozen?
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh.
Because we needed a shot. That's why. Clearly, yeah. Oh man, that food was so good. There.
George put on 40 pounds for this movie.
We made him fat.
Yeah.
The only reason I got mad about the food is because the scene just took so long, so it was getting cold. So that's why.
Well, it took us a while to get upstairs once it was ready, and then we were trying to shoot that scene so fast. Like resetting so fast, like as soon as somebody screwed up their line, and then
Somebody.
Darren wasn't in this scene.
Yeah, you can't.
I still am. Distracting people.
Yeah, it was these 4 idiots.
Hey, 2 fingers again.
Was that a thing for the Clyde character? Does everything with
So
2
far,
fingers?
there's been like 4 scenes where he uses 2
Yeah, he's like
fingers.
this.
He put his arm around someone and 2 fingers. Just put 2 fingers on. Yeah, you 2 fingers.
Grabs a dollop of Cool
Doing it
Whip.
right now.
Old Clyde, 2 fingers.
Dave, stick up 1 finger.
I like that she's pro AIDS awareness.
Can't do it. 2 in the game.
This scene's a lot of exposition.
Yes.
She's reading. She clearly has a script there.
So,
He had those those glasses. Why did we have that in the prop department for 10 years?
I know.
To be like, are we gonna use that in there?
I don't know. You tell me.
It's not about making a pair of shitty glasses. It's about ruining a pair of perfectly good glasses
to get some props.
Yeah.
This is
No,
why
I like the way it looks. Don't get me wrong.
It's just funny.
It's just
big shoulder.
Like, we would probably like have a scene where we needed broken glasses, then forget that we had them.
yeah.
This is why I didn't wear glasses. You ruined it.
Those parasols look so good right
Yeah.
there.
Big umbrella. Little umbrella.
They're not ragged at all yet.
So was she supposed to be crazy, or?
No, she's got all her shit together.
Then
She's
why are
hanging out.
her glasses make me think that she's crazy?
Well, because they broke, but she had to figure out a way to fix them by sticking the plastic knife through them.
She's also,
Got her way to the mess hall, so she managed to do that.
but she's also just hanging out, bloody, in a room just doing paperwork.
Yeah.
There's an outbreak.
She's researching.
I never trusted her because of the glasses and yeah.
Oh, zombie apocalypse! I gotta get these forms done.
She was told that
She's trying to find a cure. Did you listen to the dialogue?
No, I didn't.
One time.
Yeah, so it's cool.
I did. I read my dialogue and I understood my dialogue.
You're so tall.
She was bitten.
Yes, she was bitten as well.
we should do a movie where everything is just filmed from the perspective of one of our actors.
You got a
Did Rory
crank.
draw that crank?
You better believe it.
It looked terrible.
Maybe it was some clip art. They had some clip art of a crank.
Crank that.
Crank clip art. Some crank clip art.
Whose
Wait.
room was this?
Just a room in that empty apartment. It was literally right before Lauren was going to move out. Like, we moved her out the next morning. Like, it was like we need to use Mahoney's truck to move her stuff, and then yeah, that was it. That's how you send off a location. You film something there.
Now we're back in
Wool in
the,
this room.
back in the Willard basement.
Oh, you said the word.
Basement? No, it's bathroom.
No.
A basement. See, it's not funny.
Oh, Willard.
It doesn't matter. Chad's dad's retired now, so.
Everything, the company's over, we can say it.
Talk about other dead bodies.
What did he say?
Don't talk about the dead bodies. It's
Did he bring up the sex? What did he?
What happened at the undisclosed location remains undisclosed.
Especially if you drag those bodies.
I really
Still
like
have
that.
those
There he
bodies.
is
We're still
again.
fucking
Why is he in this little
Ooh, thunk?
sun
Well, because Rory had to have a part for himself so he could be on camera, not behind the camera.
with a mask on? So
Yeah. Yeah, it could have been anybody. We should have just stuck Ben back in that part. He would have loved that.
It's Psycho Mantis. Just back again.
Just dumped over by Rory.
It's way too much confidence.
That's a locust.
I really like this joke.
He's probably got two fingers.
This is the one where he asks himself if he should use the crest as they do in Resident Evil before they do anything.
Yeah, Dave, you really, I thought you did a really good job trying to deliver that joke.
Yeah.
But not your fault. You did like everything you could. That joke just wasn't gonna work.
I never played the game.
It showed.
Why didn't you give me reference material?
Marco, did you play this?
You knew what the reference material was.
Bloody teeth.
Bloody teeth.
So it's really dark. What's happening?
This thing is ripping its way out of George's stomach.
Oh, right, this
Blood is so good.
was.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
Yeah.
Where is it?
No, Maggie's stuff was awesome. So.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not this one. Let me grab some by the hose.
This was film the black character in the dark. This was another. No, not Casey. Let me start over.
Never any feeling black people in the dark?
I met the guy in the gas mask.
Do the right thing is so well lit.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. But back-to-back dark death scenes.
Yep, I was going to say about the George scene. That was another of those. Okay, ready? We only got one take of this, and then you hear.
Oh, that's right. You got caught in the dark.
shit!
It's just like, oh shit. We're
It
like,
wasn't that far.
Yeah, it just wasn't as much.
no, I really like how this came out.
Yeah, the brothers.
Very good. Those are legs.
We had those legs for More than that day, which was way too long. When did you throw those out? How many months ago?
Not many.
We had our damn legs in a bin
For real legs.
until this June.
Actual
When
legs.
were we gonna use those? I don't know why we have so much bloody crap for reservoir that we kept for like 7 years.
Somehow I had to
I
be
mean,
children.
because we were planning to
No
go
way.
through it, and well,
That's probably the one, like the really horrific death in the movie because she's probably the most likable character, the most endearing character, and
Naive.
Yeah, it's total woman in the refrigerator shit right here.
Yeah.
It's
So troubling.
simple enough that it looks
Yeah, no, I like it.
Is this a big Skilla?
It's just a scene in the dark.
What's happening here?
Yeah, that's me in a monster costume in my parents' front yard.
I remember I was making that thing and it was fucking pressed for time. And I'm like, Tim, I need you to
Yeah, that's because you
try this
procrastinated.
thing. Anyways, you were trying that thing on. And
Yeah.
you said to me, oh, this thing feels really uncomfortable. It feels like something's stabbing me in the stomach. And I realized, oh shit, that's right, there's a big spike in the middle of it that I forgot to take out. And so I cut it off, the sparks are flying all over the place, right then and there in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a really good harness inside these things.
Yeah, we found this random. What was it?
It was like a sawhorse or something for,
It was really small. It was not huge. I don't know. Full-size sawhorse on my shoulders.
it was like a bike rack or something, but we just oriented it. So it was hanging on.
Like we were in Home Depot, and I just like picked up this thing, threw it over my shoulders, and it fit perfectly. And it was just like, well, you're playing Scylla, and it had like, places you could bolt things onto. I don't know what its actual purpose was, but it really worked quite well.
Was it meant to look phallic? Because I always
Scylla?
Yeah, Scylla.
Because not intentionally, no,
Yeah.
but it does. I see that.
Did Dave
That was based on the Kansas design.
Yeah, absolutely. That looks just like Maximo's design.
so did Dave get hit in the head with a big sword and not die?
yeah.
Okay.
What sword? Oh, there. Oh, yeah.
No, I made that sword too.
Just the strength.
Yeah, James Space Sound. Yeah, that was a sword that was going to be used in, what's it called? Side Quest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That was a great sword.
That
was a great sword.
It was a great sword.
That sword stabbed me. I had that wound for like 4 months.
Question there.
Then Stanley how many times Edward Lindsay goes
Twice.
Yeah.
Yes,
like 3 or 4 times.
yes, if you're paying attention, yes, he cocks and loads a bullet like 2 or 3 times.
By the girl.
Oh, he's wrong.
There was a point where we were supposed to shoot more stuff that night, and like we were running out of battery, and I remember Casey being just like, guys, we have to stop filming. We cannot continue to film. And then we drove and got back to Buffalo at 5 in the morning.
Wow.
I felt really bad during that drive.
Well, at least you felt
Do
that.
you mean guilty or did you just feel tired?
Oh, like shit. Like absolute garbage because we've been filming nonstop for 2 days and I was really tired and just wanted to go to sleep.
So
We had
not
to get to
guilty.
Buffalo. Not guilty. I did not feel guilty for anything. Not guilty.
Yeah.
Dave makes the bold decision not to shoot the best character in the movie. Thanks, Dave.
Yeah, you didn't kill him, so.
So,
Every time I aimed my gun at something, it was the most balletic, like.
All right, I'm not doing it. Just showing you.
very important. 2 fingers.
Oh, it's a trigger with 2 fingers. Just to make sure.
Oh, Steve. What
Well,
are you-
just, another big.
It's the back of your head.
Is that Windows XP or?
It's probably a Mac.
He put himself in so many scenes.
Who did?
Rory.
He's like
Some
character.
scenes.
He put the character in the movie, and he happened to be the character.
You could understand.
There's me.
Oh, there's Steve sleeping or something.
Yeah.
Look at that thing.
Oh, that's the pendant from Lunar.
There, all better.
I mean, the symbol of the Metatron, or whatever the hell it is.
Symbol of Megatron.
Symbol of Megatron. Man, yeah. We got to do Eternal Horror. Megatron was in it.
Oh, the crank looks just as shitty as the drawings did.
I know Roy made this too.
Oh, no shit.
That thing looks awful.
Dave doesn't even know what to do.
No,
My God.
I hope you destroyed it.
we don't really are. Dave, your hair, I remember just kept poofing up like this funnel in that bandage. It was kind of ridiculous.
Fans kept riding up my head.
Yeah.
Cinching my hair. Searing it.
It sounds really uncomfortable.
No, it felt really good.
It just looked ridiculous that he had this volcano of hair on his head.
Why is everyone breathing?
It's MAGFest.
Nobody brought me.
Sorry.
Thanks, Brian.
You just love that one.
The whole audience. Aaron, you can ask Mac to steal one of my
Oh, yeah, you should steal one of his,
Where is that?
That was Brown's Mills. That's when you guys came to us in New Jersey.
Oh, I wasn't there.
That was Rory taking that shot.
Nice.
Oh, that's when we got hung up on a dead deer.
Like you wouldn't stop it.
I forgot about that story.
We weren't there for that. We parked off on the side of the road to look for directions, and we ended up on a dead deer. You weren't there for that either. That was your car.
Yeah, but that was my car. My car that ended up on a dead deer.
I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you about that.
No, you did. Eventually.
When you found the phone.
No.
Never mind.
All right.
That's it.
I drank all of that.
Good thing this bush is big enough for all of us to hide in.
Tim, there's water right there.
Thank you. Thank you.
Not so
Thank
subtle.
you. Oh man, I remember seeing a very small snake here when we were shooting this.
You saw a small
A
snake.
very small snake.
How big was it?
It was not very big.
It was driving snakes.
It was small.
What was it doing?
It was wriggling.
Oh.
Did it like find any field mice or small bugs?
Not while I was observing it.
It just kind of hung out.
It was just wriggling along and on its merry way.
I haven't learned enough about this.
We saw a deer. We saw a deer.
Oh! Did the deer ever interact with the snake?
Maybe in their lives. This is fun.
I think this is my favorite fight in the game.
Then the game.
I like when this happened in the game.
Yeah, this is a fun fight. This is one of those things I think Rory storyboard. This was another way that we kind of worked things out. Rory would storyboard things because he can draw, and then I would actually run the camera for them. So I would kind of like his vision would be the storyboards, and then I would take them, maybe usually follow them, but maybe do some different things here and there, and you get this kind of. that is such a Casey face right there.
Casey grossed out by everything in the world.
So you get this kind of blended shots, ideas. That's how our ideas came together visually.
Well, I really
Good job,
think
guys.
we should have done the double Dutch thing in the movie. I think we did it in the outtake.
Using some old RCR time.
It's the same scene.
Yep.
Rich is gonna kill these Klansmen.
That was a good line.
What was that?
When Edward Lindsay gets stuck in the bush likes it.
So I actually looked up Queensbury rules.
Yeah.
And what it means is just regular boxing. Like,
Well, it was the start of boxing, like, because it was early.
yeah.
I have a song about the history of boxing.
Really?
It's from Frog Fractions. It's not really about boxing.
Yeah.
The guy just sitting there.
Dave, you are doing shit.
Yeah.
Anchoring that chick.
Yeah.
Dancing
all around it.
It's a really dire game.
It's like the tempo wasn't supposed to go on that long, but Edward Lindsay just kept hamming it up. I like where this came out too. The brain on the tree.
You saw that from.
Where'd you get the brain?
Oh.
I believe that was great stuff.
Yes.
Oh,
yes, it
yeah.
was.
Yeah, great stuff, which is like this, comes in cans for insulation. These hazardous to your
Too
house.
It's
sad.
originally the Silicon.
Oh.
The version of the Silicon, the second one worked out
The first one, yeah, that's kind of a half of our brain.
Good job.
Lead with your head.
And in this there's this high-tech elevator.
That's elevator.
That is at the University of Buffalo. That is the elevator that Liquid steps into at the beginning of Snake.
Look, it's taking a long time to figure out our choice.
He's reading off the joke. Yeah, we were supposed to make it cover the B.
I would have made a big trouble.
So it's the basement 1, basement 2, basement.
Yeah, it's supposed to be basementing.
Supposed to.
Oh, right, yeah, because he's supposed to be dead. That's the joke.
This is where the best nut shot in the movie.
Was in this elevator?
No, well, later in the hallway.
Oh.
It's coming up.
I was gonna say like the close quarters ones are always the best, like the off-campus.
Those are good.
Closets.
Yeah, those are good. No, this is the one where Rich, during this fight, Rich had to run in with his sword above his head.
Oh no!
And I had to be in front of him. And I didn't even really have a reason. I just reared back and I kicked him really hard in the nuts. And I ran away. Because he had a stupid shit.
Well, my favorite nut shot was actually during the Cold Barn shoot. Like, Darren, do you remember when Maggie was chasing you with a burr?
Oh,
Because you had just thrown
that's-
burrs at her, and she was now chasing you with a burr, and you were running at Rich. You were like, "Oh my God, somebody help me!" And Rich turns around and just goes, "Pooh!"
You're just
Yeah, just up right into it.
Yeah, that was good. That was
that was Victoria taking a really good bump there. Yeah.
that's why I kicked him in the ball. Right.
Oh, because of Victoria.
No, yeah, he tried to touch it.
Oh man.
Oh, God.
We don't know.
This is the University of Buffalo room of requirement.
So apparently this is I was there for this this room houses unique autoclave,
Yep.
which sterilizes everything.
Yep.
So you should have been doing those.
Nope.
We shouldn't have touched anything, really.
It's just like, this is what we do. We just walk around in the bowels of UB trying to find a room that looked like a lab that we could
Yeah.
shoot in.
Is it every movie?
And that's not locked to go into.
I think the University of Buffalo is in every movie. I
Silent
believe.
Horror.
I don't know if it's in mine.
I was gonna say I don't think so.
It's not in it. A lot of things aren't in it.
Yeah.
Upload.
But yeah, like we found this room. This is like, I can't believe this room isn't locked. It's just like, it's in the basement of one of the buildings, and you have to go way far to this one side through like multiple sets of double doors to get there. And we felt so nervous whenever we shot there. And we kept having to go back for pickups. And every time we thought it was going to be the time when we got caught and yelled at, and we never saw a single person and got away with it. No use of police. That's just in our basement.
Apple II monitor.
Yup, still got that.
Apple II monitor. Laptop.
Nice. Who's playing that song? It's in my car. My crotch. Yep, she made some orange Kool-Aid, and it's gonna cure the virus. It was back when I still drank Kool-Aid. Don't do that anymore.
Looks like.
Who knew?
Looks a little like urine. A little.
A little like my what?
Urine.
Oh, is your urine orange? Yeah, you might need to see a doctor.
Your urine. Oh. I remember what your
It
urine
sounds like
was.
an autoimmune response.
This is something I ate.
We framed that dust pan on the wall.
Yeah.
She could never kiss someone with those glasses. You fucking stabbed him in the eye.
Crazy.
That's not Johnny Redford had 0 sex scenes in this movie.
Yes. There are 0 sex scenes in this version of the movie.
In the movie.
What is the sexiest scene the extra ever did?
Was it the one where like Parap is about to date rape Sonny?
I guess
Oh,
so.
yeah, the rape
probably.
scene.
In my humble opinion, it's been Brett Vanderbrooke chopped the head off of a dead bird.
That was pretty hot.
That was an outtake.
That might be isolated.
Oh, Brett Vanderbrooke.
Oh no, Weiss gets laid off campus.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, with the Terminatrix.
No, I
Oh, yeah.
This is the final thing we shot. We shot this months later in my basement.
I'm sure it wasn't the last thing, but it was the last thing with you. 2 fingers. Old Dave, 2 fingers on Amino.
Telling you.
Oh, that's Whisker, by the way. Whisker. He's not dead. It was.
That's his tag, Whisker. He's not dead.
Oh, Steve has something I might enjoy.
There's a person who works for my company named Delbert.
Dave's leaving.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not Delbert.
2 fingers.
You didn't push your boat.
Dave, see, this
Oh, I
is,
gotta pee.
talk about diva number 2. His character dies and he leaves the room.
I'm not in this movie anymore. Fuck that. I'm out of here. Done. No.
No. No.
No.
This is a long.
You probably had to go pee.
A lot of explanation.
But her character has like the most plot.
Yeah.
She literally holds the narrative together.
Yeah.
Oh, here he is.
Man, this is probably before we had muzzle flashes.
Yes, it was.
I guess that's probably why Wood bought us all those muzzle flashes.
So Thunk has a purpose. He took the vaccine and he ran away with it.
Well, like, yeah, Thunk is, I don't know.
Right. I don't know.
Trying to get he is there to get the vaccine, get the hell out of there, and fuck everybody else. Just to keep it out of the hands of, I don't know, whatever.
No, he's not really dead. Don't worry. He's okay for now.
It's hard to remember it all. I don't know, Thunk was going to be in Eternal Horror.
Darren, remember when we were like, oh, it's like those Galaxy Quest jokes. And Tim's like, Galaxy Quest.
Yeah, I've never seen Galaxy Quest.
I'm sorry. Rory's full of shit. If you've ever seen Galaxy Quest, that fucking character from Galaxy Quest.
I've never seen Galaxy Quest.
Same thing.
I've heard they ripped off this movie.
I wrote that character. You know what? Rory, he explained his whole death. Like, that's the point of the Johnny Redshirt character. He's supposed to die, but he doesn't die the whole movie. And then when he does die, it's this big, exciting, gory death over the top, right? You're gonna have like
Yes,
the
that's
hook
how-
go through his mouth.
Yes, the hook was going to go through your mouth. You were going to bite onto the hook because you were still fighting back.
Yeah, and then it was gonna rip my head off.
You rip his head off on the hook.
Shove it in my ass or something.
I don't know if that was in the script.
That was fine. He has so many feet.
I love everyone just scared.
But
of
then
this
they just made it. There was what?
Yeah, it was not. It did not come out that good. And I'm not pleased with it.
They just cut my head out. I think.
I'd like to point out that plant option was actually designed to cut in half. Now
Yeah.
it's in the scene, but because we had to get it out of the basement where we were making it.
Yeah, and into a car and transport it to places in order to film the movie.
It's impossible to move a 6-foot wide cylinder.
This is like they're really. I like to pretend they're really fighting back there. Roar! Why don't you
They
do
were
it?
beating the shit out of each other back there.
I
like that you wrote these lines, and it wasn't like Darren and Rich improvise while the joke is in the background. This is very important story stuff going on. Well, I suppose a little less than the last time.
It's not that. No, they're just trying to figure out the door puzzle.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's just one of these doors. But yeah, like Rory and Mahoney were going like 3 rounds back there, like beating the crap out of each other.
Really out of breath.
Yeah.
Especially Rory, who had to breathe through a 2-foot-long nose. So he's breathing in, and every time he exhales, he's just exhaling into the.
Yeah, he was sore the next day.
He's breathing back in his old stale air.
He was very sweaty.
Proudest moment.
What up?
Play a lot of villains.
Yep. Oh man.
Is that psychological?
I think I'm typecast by myself.
Yeah.
Bigger stuff.
Now that's not really enough.
Terrence.
I believe
That
that
looks
is
like
not-
a really small turkey.
It's almost like a chicken.
Yeah, compared to the size of your hand.
A chicken kind of is like a
Giant.
small.
Well, it's about to get bigger because I injected it with the stuff.
Oh, right.
Yes, Maggie.
Did you have a turkey that Darren made for a previous scene?
Yeah.
Yeah, we ate it.
That had to be eaten
It
because
was
we were
no
hungry.
longer available.
This scene is like a GMO propaganda thing.
Does it look like Roy made this at a night? Because he did.
He's so
Looks like Gobblestat lost a lot of hair.
Like we got back from the cold ass barn shoot, and then Rory had to finish making that costume so we could film it the next day.
Oh, and it's also covered with great stuff. Great stuff. A known carcinogen, which we just kind of we put the shirt on him and sprayed it on him.
There wasn't time to be safe.
We were like, "Bird, hold your breath."
I think
Traffic cancer.
I think like the big puffy heart thing like actually looks really good. Like the rest of it's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's
The heart is good.
Yeah.
like that's
Metal feet.
I like the exposed heart because it's the obvious thing that they should be aiming for.
Yeah,
That they're
right.
not.
It's very final boss.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
makes it more dangerous.
Yeah. I don't know why we needed to do this.
Real honor.
Big hug. So we never see the body.
That was the best cut
may not be
in
there.
this movie.
Yeah.
Like exactly where those claws hit.
I was like, there was, I think we originally talked about like there being an after credits scene where like there's, you know, like a smoldering crater of like where the lab blew up and just like Ned crawls out of it. It's like, and he's like, you know, all smoky and like, I don't know, maybe missing an arm and has like a big hole in his chest because Mahoney has a big hole in his chest. And, you know,
As a human.
and you know, he talks some smack. So we didn't intend for that to be like a stinger in the movie. It's just Mahoney never made it back up to Western New York to actually film it. But yeah, no, like he can survive anything. That's a knife that's spray painted black. It's like it's plastic. It's got blood inside. It's for spooky Halloween things.
Yeah, but it actually looks like
It looks pretty good.
like it's a shitty
Yeah, it
prop,
looks pretty good.
but it looks good on film.
Yeah.
Like I always like the way that
It came out really good.
President Moore, pretty good.
Some things don't look like shit. Resident Evil.
We often look not terrible.
You're smoked.
Yeah. Excuse me.
So you released the big turkey monster. It didn't kill him. So now,
Well, it's chasing you and Rich.
so now you'll kill him.
Yeah, we're having a showdown, man. Did I just get? Man, I felt like this fight was longer. What a bummer. Sucks to be me.
Oh, great
Yeah.
story.
Here it comes.
No, like I mean, I think
Always.
Hey, that rapist we were talking about.
This is probably the
she's
worst.
a nice person and very talented.
She's nice. This is probably the worst delivery in the whole movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. What the hell was I gonna say? Yeah, the whole part of there being an Ada Wong character in this movie got totally screwed at the last minute. Like we'd already started filming the movie, and then the actress couldn't make it to the shoot she needed to be at. And things needed to change.
I suggested a fill-in Asian, but he didn't want to do it.
Was that Kengo?
No. No, we were in Rochester. Oh, he casted for Steve.
Yeah.
He wasn't gonna make it. He should have known that from the beginning. And then I said, Quinn, my friend Quinn is Asian and in Rochester. She,
But it was like that
Oh,
weekend.
yeah, she was at the wedding. She would have been good.
yeah, she was looking.
But was she available that weekend, like on 24 hours notice? I didn't hear anything about this. You talked to the wrong director.
Yeah, and he had a crush on it, so that's probably why he.
Oh, he was nervous.
Yeah, he was nervous.
Oh,
Would have been
no.
another.
Well, this movie could have been totally different. Either way, there was a lot of stuff with Ada Wong, and then you got a lot more lines because she wasn't in the movie.
Oh, here you go.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
That's look. I just can't. That's it. That's the big dad.
Where did that head go?
I don't know.
We don't know. It might be somewhere.
I feel great about that. I wanted Johnny to go out with a dramatic biting the hook, getting his head ripped off.
It's
Death.
an Easter egg.
But, you know, sometimes you have to get things done before somebody moves to New York City.
Right. Right.
Not that we're blaming you.
There's only
I'm not
one.
blaming him, but I'm just saying, you know, sometimes things have to get done, and it is what it is. Yeah.
Runs a lot.
It's a good move. That actually really hurt Rory, because he took a front somersault bump onto a concrete floor there.
He's crazy.
Well, you know, for the art.
You get that gas mask on you, you think you're invincible.
I mean, yeah, it does kind of dull your sensory perception. I mean, I'm not saying that's totally crazy, having worn the mask, donned the mask before.
Yeah, hit me with that baseball bat, whatever.
I don't know
So
if I'd
it's-
say that.
So the thug is dead now. Is that what's
Is he?
happening?
He got his arm ripped off.
He got his arm pulled. He ran away
Yes.
dancing or something.
Yes.
So that's it. He's whatever.
What is your deal with funk?
I don't get it! He's just so much in the movie, and then he just dances off screen.
I don't know.
I really I like this. I like this scene. It's very Planet
Oh, I love this
58,
Power
the way
Ranger
he
shot.
shot it.
The Power Ranger
I think
shot
it
is
looks
awesome.
really good.
We couldn't stop humming the Predator theme when we were shooting today. Or today. Yeah. I love that.
Some kind of radiation.
Explosion. No, it was really fun. There was kids playing down at the bottom of the hill. You know, we got talked to by park officials because we had a bazooka. It was a nice day. It was a lot of fun. We went and got barbecue afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Made by Monster Ground.
Here he goes!
Of course, many of you that were at a MAGFest 8 or 9 or whatever it was that we premiered this was, will remember the crappy ending where this was all like storyboard
It's
animated.
not crappy.
Well,
I enjoyed that.
When Maggie was pulled apart too.
yeah. Oh, yeah. That was fun. We kept that on the DVD.
And
It was so fun.
And apparently we cut the drawing of the rocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it looks rocketish enough.
You know what it is.
This was inspired by the Jordan versus Bird commercials in the early 90s. Nothing but that.
Did Rory draw both of these too?
What, Casey
No,
there?
The
Oh,
basketball was
The best-
off Google Images.
Yeah. This isn't supposed to look good.
Okay.
No, I like the way the basketball.
Yeah, the basketball
This is
was great.
They're probably going to use like some flames coming out of the back of it.
The
Yeah.
basketball?
Yeah, either or. Take your pick.
Now, wasn't Mahoney show up somewhere here too?
No, I just explained that whole thing.
Because this is, well, no, but he is near the end of this,
What do you
right?
mean, no? No.
Well, where's the scene where he gives Rich a high five?
Yeah!
We did all these takes where, Mahoney comes in and he tried to fist bump Rich.
Oh, that's way earlier in the movie.
Oh, and they had to fist bump Rich, and Rich doesn't know how to do it, so he just grabs his hand every time. And he had to keep reshooting. It's like, no, just give him a high five.
This is the most time spent on the end credits of any.
Yeah, it looks very good.
Because it looks very good.
Yeah, this is great.
Hero credits.
Especially after we were watching those River City credits.
Oh my
on the
god.
table.
Yeah. Because that song was really long.
There he is.
Yeah!
Awful red eyes.
Yeah. Ooh, so yeah. What up?
I remember now.
All right.
Okay, tell us.
The clock was supposed to be
It's a
a circle.
circle.
He was, and Token he was afraid of turkeys.
Yes.
And they had said something about the turkeys, and then he went, turkeys, and he looked in the thing, and it was supposed to go in.
Oh, there was like a flashback. Right.
Because he
In
was
the
afraid of
clock?
turkeys, and he was like, oh.
No, he was supposed to like look at the clock, and there was going to be some like weird flashback to young Toki. I think that was in the script. Now I remember. Yeah.
What did Cynthia have to do?
I would not have done that.
She got it right. That's his sister.
Oh, she's one of the zombies that beats the crap out.
Oh, what's she?
Yeah, and our crew.
Yeah.
We have a lot of legit credits on this movie.
Oh, Liam had a lot to do with the side quest one.
Who's Lauren?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moved to New York right around the dirt.
Yeah. I don't know, any other questions before we wrap this up? Yeah.
Also, high fives. You ever did like 2 movies or?
Oh, I do that. That's in River City Rumble, yeah.
What is he talking?
Oh,
Like where someone lifts up their hand and gets like a high five from off camera.
So like the morning I was like, that's a phone call. I was like, okay, you have the apartment.
Oh, Aiden got a
Hi, Bobby. Do you have a
Yeah.
question?
That's funny.
I wonder why.
Bobby Bobby has a question.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What is your biggest regret on this one?
Maggie.
No,
Not being-
no. My least favorite part of the movie is that one weird scene in the basement with Tokine and Ada Brown, because that ended up because it's just that we had to take the Ada Wong character out of the movie, and that was something that was out of our control. So we had to, kind of scramble to fix it. And apparently there was a replacement waiting in Rochester, and it was totally fine.
Asian.
Anyway, I think there are some areas. Yeah. There are some areas of the movie that turned out better because of that.
This is a great nutshell. That's bad.
You never hang around after you hit somebody in the nuts.
The worst thing you can do is
Poor
turn your
defense.
head back and laugh.
But I was gonna say there was some good, I feel like some character relationships between Polly and Edward Lindsay were improved by taking Ada out of there. There was kind of a triangle thing that went on there before. It gave more focus to the characters that were in that side of the movie. She would have been there with Mahoney and Darren and Rich and Polly in that half of the movie. So I lament, or that's good. That's the good stuff. That stuff got better, but. We had this end of the movie where we were gonna have her, she was gonna be in some kind of tactical shit, the whole movie, and then she was gonna be in the dress at the end. But we had, the end of the movie was she was going to shoot Whisker, and that's when Whisker dies, and she drops the rocket launcher, at the end of some Resident Evil-ish thing too. Thank you. And we were just trying to figure out how to get her into the movie earlier. So she's the reporter there at the beginning, which I don't think anybody really knows. I don't know if people pay attention to that. But then there's that scene in the basement. It drives me insane because I know it's not supposed to be there, and I don't think it's that good. I do like that we were able to kind of wrap up Ben's crappy character, Gail the Guillotine.
Yeah.
Gail.
It was a guillotine.
Gil the Guillotine Armstrong. Yeah. Gil the Guillotine Armstrong. Yeah. I did like that we got to get that in there, but otherwise that scene is just weird, and that's what bothers me about this movie the most is that scene.
Yeah.
Because of that. And there was one time I was watching the movie with Will from England, and I was going insane, and he's just it doesn't even occur to him. What?
Because it's different?
Yeah.
No, but just I feel from a viewer perspective, it doesn't bother people because it's just there in the movie and whatever. But to me, I look at it and I'm just
Was there a location you guys wanted to film at that you could not use eventually?
The Pentagon.
Fair enough.
I'm trying to think location-wise. I would have liked. I think we got
an actual lab.
Yeah, we got an actual mansion. The autoclave room served for the lab.
I feel like a lot of the locations work really well, so I just wanted
Yeah. I wish there was something some of the cuts between scenes are kind of weird and awkward. You can tell they're going from one place to another, or at least I can. It's something that I might notice.
Right, you
watching
know
the
how
movie.
far the distance is.
Yeah, I know the distance. I immediately know the differences between the rooms.
There's the scenes where it was just in your front yard.
Yeah.
It would have been nice to have, I don't know, what you actually scripted there. It was
just kind of
open
open.
space, but
It was. I think that was actually going to be originally in a garden or something like
right.
that.
It's harder to
My mom's
light.
garden was there.
Harder
It's
to
a nice
light
garden.
a
It's
big
lovely.
open lawn.
Yeah, it's just that being there, it's we can have the lights hooked up to the power in the house.
Right,
and
and
we
you
can
know-
it's there. Yeah. Yeah.
Want the short question, long answer, or the long question, short answer?
Well, you're gonna ask me both, so go on.
Alright. So every time I look at Casey, every time I watch the movie, I see the rookie jacket, and I wonder, did any snake rookie jokes carry over into like?
Oh, no, actually, no.
Okay.
It was a whole different rookie thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Rookie?
They're not funny enough to think.
Yeah.
Well, it's because Darren wrote everything from Snake and you and.
I took all the jokes.
Oh, rookie.
There weren't any left.
No, Darren uses all of his rookie jokes.
Did I come in too late to ask cop story?
Cop story?
Are there any cop stories from this?
From Resident Horror, no. Silent Horror, yeah, obviously Project Snake was the big one. With Resident Horror, I want to say, I mean, while we were at that state park, like there was a guy who like, I think stopped like Rory then once just to ask him if he'd seen some like jerks like doing graffiti or something like that. Hooligans. What we were doing was fine. He was asking about what other people were doing, but we were fine. Like didn't mind there. And we were going into that other park with like the big bazooka thing. Like first thing once we get out of the car, these two guys in a truck pull up, and I'm just like, it's not real.
Did they ask you? Oh, okay.
No, they're just like, no, whatever. Can we be in the movie? So like, yeah, we didn't have any bad police stuff with this.
I always think that's funny when the cops come up and find a shooting, and the first thing they say is that real? So, you know, things we've had, like the bazooka, the bullets, the sniper rifles, a wooden box. But you know, if someone has a weapon, and you find them with a weapon, it's the first thing you say, is that real? That's just me, that's safety.
No, my favorite question is still when I was asked if I was there of my own volition.
Oh yeah!
That's still my favorite cop question. Yeah, I was all like covered in shit, like tied up with belts and like carrying the sword in Silent Horror, and the cop was just like, are you here at your own volition? Yes. Oh yeah! It's the sad sack scene when I'm
I'll take some over time.
okay.
We already watched some of it.
We also can't hear any of it.
Yeah, we don't know what.
You don't have to hear it.
You get to hear everyone fuck up their lines, which is kind of funny.
That was right where we left off too. And the action outtakes is like twice as long as you gotta like cut the chaff.
We're fucked.
It's so Mahoney being Mahoney there.
Mahoney and I made a deal.
Any other questions about this movie? We'll just watch the rest of the outtakes and then move on.
Yeah, see, you make fun of me. Look at this bitch. Screwing up the scene. All those big shoes.
She is so nice! Everyone on this movie was nice! I fucking hate Meg. She was a giggler. Yeah, piece of shit. Did you say her shoes?
Yeah, the shoes are great.
Should I hate her more?
Big Kingdom Hearts shoes.
Yeah.
She told me later that when I got to meet her husband, afterwards she said, that Ian was so afraid to meet you because all he knew of you was this movie. He thought you were a huge dick. His husband.
Oh, I knew him before this. Ian? Yeah. I knew Ian before any magazine.
Poor dog.
You. What?
You thought you were a dick?
Yes. He was afraid to meet you.
Oh, he was afraid to meet you. Oh. That's weird.
She's pretty funny.
That's not her hand.
Did you trace it back?
I back traced it. Did Casey forget his vest or he didn't have it?
No, he didn't have it yet. He just walked in.
Were there any Resident Horror franchise jokes you wanted to make that you could not get into the film?
Like Resident Evil.
Yeah, well.
Not that I can think of.
Like, but you kind of condensed most of the movie.
Yeah. I mean, we really want to focus on Resident Evil 1.
Yeah, I remember when they first wrote the script, and I was saying to Lori, I was like, that element of Resident Evil I like is when you have like that one bullet left and you don't know what's coming and you I don't know what's happening. And you slowly
Shot out of the vent's spine, now you're biting it.
I told them, you know, maybe like this is such an overpowered team. Like they have so much ammo and so many guns. Like, are you thinking about the survival part of it? And, you know, he said, no, fuck it.
Yeah.
Well, because the previous film was more about that.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. I think that was his reason.
Charles, you're in the throat. Yeah.
You'll never see it now.
Oh, you fell over.
down?
Yeah.
Because I'm not wearing glasses.
I don't have to watch Johnny.
Down with the clan.
So what other items should the rookie acrobat have other than the jacket and the basketball?
That was it.
Oh.
Yeah, super pencil.
A lot of people tripping.
Yeah.
A lot of things
There's
out
obviously a lot.
A lot of staggering around.
Poor Chad. Lets us use his house, feeds us.
No,
Yes, Maggie.
It occurs to me, I think I've never told you guys about the second time in my life I met Casey Bauer.
Yeah.
Was it
All right,
good?
the first time it was at your house.
Yeah.
Shortly after filming something,
Yeah.
just hanging out. No, it was before this, so it was, you know, we were just chilling out. This is this dude that I knew because it was this one guy who was hanging out with my boyfriend and his friends at the time. Second time I met Casey Bauer was in the waiting room of Planned Parenthood.